If you're...
Freddy! Wow, that was amazing! After 8 long years since Warner Brothers announced it all the way back in 2015, we have it. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer coming out October 29th. Oh, it's so epic! What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to try and pick apart the trailer to try and come up with some theories or find any Easter eggs in that, and yeah, let's see what happens. So, in the 8 years since the FNAF movie was announced, we have had a lot of fake teasers, fake trailers on YouTube and stuff. I gotta admit, they were pretty accurate to what the trailer was gonna be. We always knew that it would start open with some stupid, like, cheesy 80s commercial or something like that. So, good job, guys. Good job. If you're true fans of FNAF, if you freaking predicted what the trailer would look like. Of course, we see a bunch of familiar sets that have been like teased and tweeted over the times of productions, like the sign, the location. It looks pretty cool. I like it. We get introduced to Josh Hutcherson, who's going to be acting as Mike Schmidt in the movie. I really like his acting. Like, I've seen him in other movies like The Hunger Games or Zathura. We don't get to see much of the actors in this trailer, but the confused looks he gets and like the freaked out weirdness of like, oh my god, what the hell is going on here? What am I doing here? It sells it. I like it. It's funny. I also wanted to pick apart this shot right here to see if I could find any Easter eggs. Last night I was on Premiere Pro zooming into all these different frames to see if I could spot anything. So we have like some booth looking things with like a Bonnie and Chica mural chair thing. We have a prize corner over in the back, so maybe we could get some Easter eggs or references there. If you look over to the right, you would see like a kitchen window. I had the idea that this could have been the ice cream parlor with the Chica's Magic Rainbow that they were teasing, but it doesn't look like it. It just looks like the normal serving counter. But we also get to see plenty of frames of the animatronics, and if you look at this shot of Freddy here, you get to see like all the individual wires and the endoskeleton. You can see all the fabric. It looks really, really cool, but from this angle we're looking at Freddy, it kind of looks like that he has no teeth, you know? He's kind of like an old man or something, or like a clamshell. We get this shot of the security office. We got the poster up there. We got the swirly soda cup, which we've seen in the desks of all the games. We also get security camera footage, and I was trying to zoom in to see if I could spot anything, like anything moving or something suspicious happening. Then I noticed in the top left here, I noticed this thing. Doesn't that look like a human? I thought that could have been like maybe William or, you know, someone, maybe even a ghost like sneaking around in that room, but there was no movement, so I kind of brushed off of that. But in the next shot that we get, when we see Chica or on all the animatronics on the stage here, if you zoom into Chica's face, I noticed that there's this line going down her. We have never seen anything like that on any Chica design or classic Chica design in the franchise before. So I'm thinking that maybe when Afton put the kids inside of the suits, he had to take the face off in order to do it, or it could just be a design flaw and I'm looking into it too deep. But that's, you know, that's what you gotta do with FNAF, right guys, right? You know what I'm talking about. But then the most intriguing part of the trailer I found was this thing right here. I have never seen this before, none of us have. But you know what I think? This is probably a new animatronic that we're going to see in the film that was designed by William Afton. Think about it. Think back to Sister Location with the Funtime animatronics. They were killing machines designed to kill children, or people maybe, that were disguised in these humanoid kind of suits, right? This thing looks very humanoid. It's got ears. It's got very distinct hair up here, which we've never seen on an animatronic before. And obviously it's here going to kill Mike Schmidt or torture him or whatever it's trying to do. But then if you also look down here on this cheek, it looks like that there's some sort of like rip or tear in there, as if it's been damaged. Maybe we're going to get like an action sequence where, you know, there's going to be a lot of fighting and Mike has to try and battle whatever the hell this thing is, and it's going to be really cool and really awesome. But then I also noticed this looks like that these are faceplates, that these might be faceplates opening up like this, further strengthening my theory that this could be an animatronic designed by Afton to kill children. Who knows? But obviously, the most integral part of the trailer are the 5 ghost children in this shot. Now, it's pretty obvious who is who. We have Jeremy over here, who's wearing the purple top with the rabbit ears, obviously the one to possess Bonnie. We have Gabriel, the kid in the brown shirt. Freddy. We have the kid in the orange over here, but he also has an injured hand. That is to represent Foxy's hook. Not only does Fritz have an injured hand, if you go into this next shot of the kids, you can also see that there is a hook on that hand. So that's Fritz. Over here we got the child in the yellow, that is Susie, who would possess Chica. But then right above Mike's shoulder, we see a 5th child with a white top hat. Now this is very obviously Golden Freddy, which they obviously don't want us to see too much of because they don't want to give away his identity or whatever for the movie. But then, I forgot, we got this shot of the children running away. And we can very clearly see that this kid is wearing a golden colored shirt with white and black stripes. And we can then very clearly see that he's wearing the top hat. We also get a lot of cinematography like these shots with Josh Hutcherson and this guy who's probably like a security guard who dies at the beginning of the movie, and then Mike has to come in and replace him. I hope we get more shots like this because I reckon these could be like perspective shots of the ghost kids or the animatronics, and I hope we get plenty of these in the movie because it will make the cinematography so much more fun and eerie to see what these children are seeing as they are possessed by these animatronics. You know, it's so cool. We of course see Piper as Abby here in the ball pit, hiding from Foxy and the other animatronics. And then we move on to these shots, which I think is probably the most controversial part of the trailer. I haven't watched any videos online about the trailer, none, I haven't seen any, but I've seen a lot of thumbnails of people changing the trailer to correct the eyes to just the typical black eyes with the white dots in the middle, because people don't like these changing color kind of LED eyes. I gotta admit, guys, in my opinion, I kinda like that. Not just because I'm obviously like a big fan of colorful LEDs, but it adds a new element to the film. Whenever you want to adapt a book or a video game franchise into a movie, you want to add new elements that have never been seen before in that franchise, so that the film feels unique as its own product. But I'm also thinking that in the movie itself, this could be a good way to establish a lot of the emotion with the kids or the animatronic. Like, obviously, as we can see from these shots, the animatronics have fantastic facial expressions. Dorko said that when he went to go visit the set, the animatronics are extremely expressive, but we've seen their eyes become red, we've seen them green. This could be a cool way to kind of, you know, get across how the kids are feeling. The emotion, the anger, as they are trapped inside of these robotic bodies. Again, that's just my opinion. I can understand that a lot of people wouldn't like it. These shots still would have looked really cool with the typical black Freddy eyes, but still, I think it adds quite a cool theme. And then of course, we get the title drop. I like the nice neon aesthetic. I like the aesthetic of the whole trailer with like the neon lights 80s vibe with the stupid commercial at the beginning, and obviously this title. It's supposed to kind of fit the design of the sign that they put out the front of the location. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the FNAF trailer. If you guys enjoyed the video, then make sure to leave the thumbs up. And also, if you want to see more of this content, then hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you do not want to miss a single upload.